Alright, so I'm out at a drive and ride destination. So basically I had to ride to the start. And I'm about 6 or so minutes in, and I'm going all the way to the top where those poles are. So this is at the top of South Mountain in Phoenix, and it's really one of the closest climbs. They want to say hello. It's one of the closest climbs to where I'm at in Gilbert. So it's 6 miles all the way up to the top, and it's a pretty consistent grade. So there's not much give. You'll see as we go up. I don't know if we can follow one of these cars up. See if you can see them climb the grade. But it's probably 5% most of the way. But it's a lot of fun. The weather's pretty poor. It might rain. It was sprinkling just a little bit as I was on my way in. So I didn't even bother to take my fenders off. I still got my bike rack on. So this is a training day, so I don't mind the wait. Just adds a little bit more fun to the ride. All right, so let's get going. And this plant, we call it Cowboy Cologne. So it's just kind of a weird looking plant. It's got a crazy branch, and then it's just got these little leaves. Well, you can smell it, and it smells like rain. So the myth to this one is that the cowboys who lived out here, obviously you don't take a shower every day, so they get real smelly. So they'd crunch some of that up and rub it all over themselves, and it smells like rain. So this way you don't have as much BO. View in the house. It's one of the best views of the valley. We'll get a full shot when we're at the top. It'll be sick. And that's where we're going, up to the towers. Got about another 4 miles. Awesome, we made it to the antennas. It was just over 4 miles, but we got another 2 miles to kind of like a picnic area. I won't stay too long up there, but here's one of the short downhill sections. All right, made it to the top. So there's the towers. So it ended up only being 5.2 miles. I started my watch a little bit higher up on the mountain than normal. So I need to stop my watch actually. So it took 38 minutes. So I'm actually going to do this twice, so I'm going to do a repeat. So I went really light on the way up. Basically the easiest gears all the way up. There were a couple sections where I was still at like, 75 to 80% of my max heartbeat, just because it was so steep. But it was really short sections. So I'm just gonna take a quick breather and then head back down. And on the way up, I'm just gonna give it a real hard effort. I'm not really gonna video much, so I got most of the clips I wanted on this first pass up. So we've got 5 miles downhill and then another 5 miles back up. All right, let's get going. It's starting to rain a little bit, so hopefully I can beat it. All right, let's go. Oh man, coming down was too much fun. I really started to like climbing when I went to school in Tucson. Basically, if you got anywhere outside of the city, you were climbing. And I just love coming down. It's been a while, so I kind of went a little bit slow. I kind of eased into it. But then about the last 2 miles, there's not too many turns. So I was able to just go full speed and just tuck as tight as I could. But I took it easy on a lot of those switchbacks and then gave it some good speed all the way down. This person doesn't know where they're going. They're from California. They keep going around in circles. They're lost. But I just love coming down. Whew. A lot of people don't know where they're going. They come this way and then turn right back around. They don't stop or nothing. Hope you enjoyed the ride today. It was a little bit short, but it's definitely one of the more fun rides in the valley. Hope you got out a ride and be safe. This is a saguaro cactus. It's only found in Arizona. So we're at exactly the right altitude and temperature for these guys to grow. And they go super slow. So I think they grow around 1 foot to 2 feet every 100 years. So that guy's huge. That guy's probably 12 feet. So he's several hundred years, if not 1,000 years old. And then you've got a bunch of other ones out here who are about 6 feet tall. That guy's about 6 feet tall. He doesn't have any arms yet. So he's probably 400 to 600 years old. But they're so awesome. They need very little water. And there's none real close to the street. Well, let's go walk over to one. They need very little water. And what they do is when there is rain, their roots are pretty deep. And when they soak up water, they act as an accordion. So they'll kind of shrivel up when they're dry. And then you can see we've gotten quite a bit of rain. The ground's real moist. But then they'll puff up. And then you can see the spines are real far apart right here. And they're protecting the inside of the cactus, the meat. Well, when they get all dry and they lack water, these spines will come closer together to close the gap. And that's how you know they have less water. And there's a lot of wives' tales about people getting trapped in the desert with no water, and they open up a cactus, a saguaro cactus, to eat the flesh on the inside, but it's actually toxic. So you're not supposed to eat it. Instead, you want to find one of these cactus, kind of pancake looking cactus, so they're real thin, and you just burn off all the thorns, and then you can eat that. My grandpa actually makes smoothies and stuff out of it. He's got a giant plant, and they give off, in the summer they give off these really beautiful purple and pink fruits. So they look like flowers, so they have a bloom top, but they're actually a fruit, and they also have thorns, so you got to burn the thorns all off. But then it's a really nice fruit to have. So saguaro cactuses and those pancake cactuses, they're pretty awesome. They make our state special.